Hey everyone, how are you? In this video, we are going to solve the Leetcode problem of the day, and the problem is longest subarray of ones after deleting one element. The problem number is 1493 and category is medium. But I would say it is an easy problem, and after watching this video, after understanding the problem and the solution approach, you are going to find it easy. We are given an input in the problem which is an array of numbers. These are 0 and 1s. Basically, the array is made up of numbers which are either 0 or 1. The output we need to give is the length of a subarray containing all ones, and we need to ensure that this length is the longest possible. We are allowed to delete one element from the array, and this is compulsory. We have to delete one element from the array. So we are not exactly allowed to delete, we have to delete one element from the array. Now let me show you some scenarios, some input examples, and explain you the problem. How can we get the output? In the example number 1, the given array is 1101. It contains 1 or it has a 0, right? So this is our input, array of numbers containing 0 and 1, 1101. The output we need to give is the sub array length containing all ones, and we have to delete one element from the array, right? Now the simple thing to understand here is we have to find the length of a sub array which should have ones, right? And we have to maximize the length. We have to find the longest length. So we should focus on deleting one element which is a 0. We should not focus on deleting an element which is a 1. If you delete a 1, you are going to reduce the length of a subarray containing all ones, right? But if you delete 0, the chances of finding a longest length subarray will be more, right? For example, if this is our input, as of now, if we do not delete any element, we have to delete one element, but if we do not delete any element, then this is a subarray containing all ones. The size is 2, right? It has 2 elements. Now, if we want to delete one element, and we have to delete one element, and we say that we are deleting this one. So for now, this one doesn't exist, right? And now this is our array. Now the longest length subarray is just 1. Even if you create this subarray, both have the length of 1, right? So in this case, the output will be 1. Now, instead of this, if I delete this element, basically here we had a 1, right? Now we deleted this. Still our length is 2, right? So you might say that even if I delete a 1, we can get a longest length subarray, but no. See, the thing is, this was our original input, right? I deleted this one and I got this as a subarray. If I do not delete any element, still this is my subarray, right? Which is the longest containing all ones. But the thing is, if you delete a 0, here we had a 0. If we delete this, now our input is 1, 1, 1. We have 3 ones, right? Now I can say that this is a subarray containing all ones, right? Basically, a subarray is continuous. So we deleted this 0. Here we had a 0. We deleted it. So now we have a continuous set of ones. And the length is 3. So the longest length subarray containing all ones is going to be 3, right? So from here, what you need to understand is we have to delete a 0. That is final. But there might be a scenario. For example, in the example number 3, there is a scenario that we have all ones, right? The input contains all ones. Now how will you delete a 0? You do not have a 0 to delete, right? This is a simple case. Try to focus on the problem. The problem says that we are given an input of 0 or 1. The input is 1, 1, 1, right? The input is fine. Now we have to find the length of the subarray containing all ones. Alright, this is my subarray containing all ones. The length is 3. But now the problem says that we need to delete one element from the array. Okay, we are going to delete it. Let us delete this element. If it contains all ones, you cannot delete a 0. So you will have to delete a 1, right? Because this is a compulsory process. We have to delete one element. So we are going to delete this element and we are going to say this is my subarray containing all ones, and in this case the output is going to be 2. In the example number 1, the output is 3. Basically we had a 0 here and we deleted it. Now what about the example number 2? Now before I move to example number 2, you have to remember that we have to delete a 0. If we do not have a 0, we have to delete a 1. Simple. Now in the example number 2, we have 3 number of zeros, right? We have to delete a 0 for sure now. If we delete a 1, that is not going to benefit us, right? So if we delete the first 0, this is the subarray containing all ones. This is the longest. We have another subarrays, but this is the longest containing all ones, and the length is 3. But if I do not delete this, instead of this, if I delete this 0, this is my subarray, right? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 number of ones. If I delete this 0, there is no use. We are going to get a subarray of length 1, 2, 3. So from here I can say I will delete this 0. So what we got to know after we processed these inputs are, we have to delete a 0. If no zeros are there, we have to delete a 1. If multiple zeros are there, like in the example number 2, then we have to have some strategy, right? Now I am going to tell you the strategy. First of all, what you have to understand is how can you find the subarray length? See, the thing is, if I delete one element, let us say I delete this element and I have this subarray. First of all, how can you find the length of this subarray? And how can you have this subarray? When I say I have a subarray, what do you have? Basically, an array has indexes, right? Using the indexes, we can find subarrays. This element has an index of 0. This element has an index of 1. This element has an index of, I think, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has an index of 6. So I can say I have a subarray starting from index 1 up to index 6, right? So to create a subarray, we should have indexes. Let us focus on the indexes. And then we are going to find out the length of our subarray. This is the input, right? We have 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. And these are the indexes. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I am saying that I am going to delete this element. Basically, I am going to delete the index number 4. If I delete the index number 4, then these elements indexes are going to be reduced, right? It will be 0 for this one, then 1, 2, 3. Then for this one, it will be 4. For this, it will be 5. For this, it will be 6. For this, it will be 7. So you have to shift the indexes. But instead of that, let me tell you a very simple strategy. See, the thing is, we are sure that we have to delete one element, right? In this case, I am deleting this 0. I am going to tell you how will you decide which 0 to delete. But for now, if we know that we are deleting this 0 at index number 4, this is going to create a subarray from index number 1 to index number 6, right? Let us say we are not shifting the indexes. That is going to be a time costly process and a complex process. Let's not complicate the problem. This is our subarray starting from index number 1 up to index number 6. Now, if we do not shift the indexes, it means we are not actually deleting the element. The element is still there, right? So let us say we have not deleted the element. Now, if we do not delete this element, and I am telling you that this is my subarray starting from index number 1 to index number 6, can you tell me what is the length of this subarray? It is important to understand. See, the simple thing is, this is my extreme index or the rightmost index, so I can say right, and this is my left index. Basically, these are the two corners of my subarray. If I need to find out the length, I can simply say that the right index minus left index plus 1. Because when we say right minus left, we are actually talking about the difference. This is the difference, right? But the subarray includes one more element, right? So we can simply say right, this is 6, left, which is 1, right minus left plus 1 is the length of the subarray. This will be 6 minus 1, which is 5, plus 1, which is 6. The length of this subarray is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the simple formula is right minus left plus 1. This is the formula of finding the subarray length. Now you might say that your subarray contains a 0, right? What we can say is we are going to allow at max one number of 0 in our subarray. And I will tell you the reason for this. I will tell you why is this going to benefit us. The benefit is now we do not need to delete a 0. Deleting a 0 means if I delete this, I have to shift the indexes, right? It is going to be a little bit complex. We are going to try deleting all the different zeros, right? If we just keep shifting the indexes, the data is going to be a mess. Instead of that, let us allow 1 0 at max 1 0 in our subarray. This is my subarray. I am allowing 1 0. Now if I ask you what is the subarray length, you will say the formula is right minus left plus 1, which is 6 minus 1 plus 1, which is 6. The output in this case is 5 because we have to delete this element, right? But we are not deleting it. See, the simple thing is we are going to change our formula. We are going to say this plus 1 is now gone. We are going to calculate the length of our subarray just by saying right minus left. This part is something we are going to eliminate. We are going to change our formula for subarray length. Basically, when we change the formula for our subarray length, we are basically saying that we are not going to add plus 1. It means we are deleting one element from our subarray. This is my subarray. This is right. This is left. I don't need to track where is my 0 in this subarray. What I need to track is my subarray should have at max 1 0. It should not have two number of zeros, right? If it has just 1 0 at any place, this is my right, this is my left, I can say 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. The length of my subarray containing all 1 is going to be 5. And what are we saying? We are saying that we are going to allow at max one number of 0. This subarray contains one number of 0 at index number 4. And why I am saying at max 1 0? If it contains two number of zeros or three number of zeros, then this is the invalid subarray. Our formula is going to be invalid. The left is 1, right is 6, 6 minus 1 is 5, right? But it has 1, 2 and 3 number of 1s. But if we allow just at max one number of 0, and let us say it is not at index number 4, let us say it is at index number 2. Let me make it at index number 2. Even then our answer will be same, because still our window contains at max one number of 0. Still our formula is going to be valid. 6, the index number 6 minus 1, index number 1, which is 5. We are basically saying that we are not going to add plus 1. It means we are deleting an element, and we are deleting this element. Now why I am saying at max 1 is there is one more reason. If it contains all 1s, let us say this is our input, forget about other elements. If this is our input, just as we had in the example number 3, if all are 1, and what are we doing? We are creating a window. So if this is the window, we are going to increase the window size, then we are going to increase the window size, increase the window size, increase the window size, and increase the window size. If this is our input, then this can be the window. If this is the window, it is right, it is left, still our formula is going to be valid. Right minus left, which is 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. Because still we need to delete at least one element, right? Exactly one element. We have to delete one element. So even if it contains all 1s, we are going to delete a 1. If it contains a 0, we are going to delete a 0. Still the number of 1s are going to be 5, right? So that is how we are going to calculate our subarray length. And now let us see how we are going to create a window. What's the logic of creating the window? This is our input. we are going to create a window which can contain at max one number of 0. Now let us start from the beginning. What we can do is we can say this is our window, it contains 1 0, which is fine. Let us increase our window, it contains 1 0, it is fine. Let us increase our window containing 1 0, it is fine. Let us increase our window containing 1 0, still it is fine. Let us increase our window, it contains 1 and 2, two number of zeros, so it is not fine. The moment I see we have two number of zeros in our window, what we can basically say is the last 0 we have seen, let's ignore this, let's delete this, or let's forget about it. So we are going to say now this is our window. At each window we are going to calculate the result and we are going to store the maximum result. So what we basically did is, this was our window, the left was index number 0, right was index number 4. The moment I see a 0 which got repeated, I will say now my left is from index number 1 to index number 4, right? So my left will be the last index of 0 plus 1, right? And that is why I need another variable 0 which is going to track the last time we have seen a 0. Let us try to solve this input. Initially, before we start processing, we are going to say left index is 0. We are going to start from here. The right index will keep on increasing. So we are basically going to run a loop from 0 to 8 for the right index. So it will be from 0 to 8. And the last time we have seen a 0, we have not seen a 0 as of now. So we are going to say minus 1. Let us start processing. Let us process the first element. This is right. As of now, the right index is 0. The moment I see the right index is 0, then our window will be from left to right. So this is our window. But since our current element is a 0, we got a 0, right? The moment we see that we got a 0, we can basically say that the last time we have seen a 0 is at index number 0. But before we actually update the value of 0, we have to update the value of left index as well based on the index of 0. And there is a reason we initially set the value of 0 as minus 1, because our formula is going to be the moment I see a 0, my left index will be equal to the last time I have seen a 0 plus 1. The last time I have seen a 0 is minus 1 plus 1, which will be equal to 0. So still the value of left is going to be 0, and now our window is this one. And now you will see the magic of this. Now the right will change from 0 to 1. This will be the index of right. Then from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, right? We are basically going to run a loop for the right index. So up to index number 3, it is fine. Our size of the window will be from index number 0 to index number 3. And the value of right index will be right now 3. So at this point, our answer will be equal to right minus left, which is 3 minus 0, which is 3, right? As of now, we have a sub array of length 3 containing all 1's. So this is our current answer. But now I see another 0, right? Now my right index is 4. And at right index 4, the value is 0. Again, we are going to change our left index. This will be equal to index number 0, the last time we have seen a 0, plus 1. So that our window should not have multiple zeros. Our left index is going to change and our window will become from index number 1 to index number 4. The reason is the last time we have seen a 0 is at index number 0, right? This was the last time we have seen a 0. Now again we see a 0. So this is our current window. We don't want multiple zeros. So let us shift our left index. Our left index will be just after the last time we have seen the index number 0. So at this point, my left index value will not be equal to 0. This will be equal to 1 at index number 1. And now the last time we have seen a 0 is not at index number 0, but at index number 4. The right index is now equal to 4, right? Now the right index will be going from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and 7 to 8, right? This is the loop we are running for index number right. So we can say now right is 5, then 6. Up to 6, it is fine. But you will see the magic. When we are at index number 6, the left is still 1, right? This is our window. Every time we are going to calculate the result and we are going to store the maximum result. At this point, the result will be right minus left, 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. So now our result is not 3, but it is 5. Now again I see a 0 at index number 7, right? Now my right index is equal to 7. So when the right index is 7, left index is 1, it contains this window having two number of zeros. So again we are going to shift our left index. The left index will be just after the last time we have seen a 0. The last time we have seen a 0 is at index number 4. So now our left index will be index number 5. This is our window now. So I can say the left is index number 5, the right is index number 7, and the last time we have seen a 0 is at index number 7. So now our window is from 5 to 7, then again from 5 to 8 when the value of right will be 8. It is 1, so it is fine. And we are going to calculate the length of our subarray. It will be right 8 minus left, which is 5, equal to 3. But we have a better answer, so this will remain the answer, and that is going to be our final output. This is the complete logic to solve the problem. And now I think you should understand the concept of two pointers technique and sliding window completely. I have tried to explain you as much as possible and as slow as possible. That is, I have tried to explain you like a beginner. So I hope you got to know all the concept of this problem. Although it was easy, but it is a very classical problem. You should definitely know everything about it. So that is why I explained you in depth. So now let me show you the solution of this particular approach. It is actually very easy. We are going to say left is 0 as of now. The last time we have seen a 0 is at index number -1, or we have not seen this as of now. And the result is 0 for now. Now let us run a simple loop for the right index, and we can say if the current value is 0, then we are going to update our left index to the last time we have seen a 0 plus 1, and the last time we have seen a 0 will be right now. And every time we are going to see the result, it will be the maximum of current value of result and right index minus left. Return the value of result. Submit this and this is going to pass all the test cases, and this is the complete implementation of what we have just explained you and what you just got to know. So guys, that's it for this video. If this video helps you to understand the problem and the solution approach, then make sure that you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel as of now, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. I want to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one, guys.